Talk, and we go right back to the phones. Let's say hello to Timothy. Timothy, thanks for waiting. You're up here on Titans Talk.
Hello?
Yeah, Timothy, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, how you doing, Steve?
Doing great.
I got a question. Well, I ain't got no question. I'm just going to say this. we need to keep Game Cruciate in that secondary. I know Monty Hook is hurt, but we need to keep him back there. And then we need to get Kyler Furley a little healthy and put him out there. Leave our defense alone. They did a good job yesterday. I applaud our defense. Our defense showed me something yesterday. They don't bend, they don't break, but they did their part of stopping that game yesterday and helping us win. Give that defense credit.
Yeah,
that's all I got to say.
Yeah, I think you have to give them credit for the way they finished. They definitely bent. They were going kind of close to breaking, but they didn't. And they stepped up and they finished the game the way they had to. And they did it with the guys that they had on the field. Look, Amani Hooker, I think they're very high on to be that guy opposite Kevin Byard in the secondary. That's why they didn't bring back Kenny Vaccaro, because they feel that confidently in Amani Hooker. But he's not there now. He's not going to be there for a little while. So how they manage to get around that and how quickly they can get Caleb Farley into the action, those are two big questions. And they're going to have to answer it because teams are going to go after those positions. They just are. So the Titans are going to have to absorb that right now where they're not at 100% in the secondary. Back to the phones we go. Let's go to line 2. Say hello to Devin. Devin, good evening.
Good evening. There are 32 teams in the NFL. But there are far more teams than that in the colleges. Far more teams than 32 in the colleges. So why is there a problem with getting a kicker? Every year seniors graduate from college, they are kickers. Far more than 32. So why is there a problem with kicker? And do you think, the Titans, simply went to the street to get a kicker to start the season? I didn't make the effort. I think they don't make the effort. Then my number 2 question is, I said it 2 years ago. I think Taylor Lewan, it is money they are leaving on the table. And when the Texans wide receiver was unhappy, Hopkins, I wanted to leave. I thought they should have made a move immediately, to try to use some money, and get him, because he is young and he is proven, and he will last a long time. And that's all I have.
Okay. Well, Devin, thanks for the call. Look, Taylor Lewan did not play well in week 1, and he's hurt right now. And you've got to be available and out there for your team, especially when you're a leader like that. But you're talking about a multi-time Pro Bowl left tackle in this league. There's a reason why left tackles are paid what they're paid, because they protect the blind side of your quarterback. They're maybe the most important piece of the offense, other than the quarterback in a lot of ways. And there's a reason why Taylor Lewan's paid where he is, because he's one of the best at that in football when he's right. He got hurt last year. He's hurt right now. It hasn't been a great year for Taylor Lewan. It hasn't been a great year for the Titans with that contract with Taylor Lewan. But they're still betting, the athlete that he is, the age that he is, that he's going to get back. And this team only gets to where it can possibly be if Taylor Lewan is right and healthy and on that left side of the line and playing well next to Roger Saffold. So that's the first thing you have to hope for when you're talking about Taylor Lewan and that contract. The second thing when you look at the kickers, the Titans have tried. I mean, they brought in 11 guys in 3 years. They've definitely tried. The thing that has been frustrating, I think, for them is that for the longest time, they've just had good kickers. Del Greco, Baronis, Suckup. Guys were basically automatic. And then Ryan Suckup had a knee injury. And he came back too soon, and he struggled, and he was on IR, and they go with these other guys, and they're all struggling. And so then they rush Succop back again, and he still wasn't right. And so then you're moving on to other guys, and then you part ways with Succop after the year. Now he's back to being Ryan Succop again in Tampa Bay, and the Titans are still trying to find a guy. It's difficult. It's not for a lack of trying, but they haven't found it. And you bring up the college example. I don't know if you've watched a lot of college football lately, but there's a reason why there's a hashtag called #CollegeKickers, because kicking in the college game is a disaster. It's comical how bad it is, but that's where it is. So the Titans have tried, and maybe Randy Bullock's the answer, but they've tried a bunch. They thought they've had answers that they haven't figured out. Maybe they have now. We'll come back. More of your phone calls if you want. Lines are open. We'll get to some reaction from Seattle as well. Stay tuned. You're watching Titans Talk.